Hello friends, welcome to another lecture of number theory. Today we are going to discuss the last theorem of our first chapter. The theorem is there is an arbitrarily large gap in the sequence of primes. The statement of theorem is there is arbitrarily large gap. There is arbitrarily large gap in the sequence of primes. In the sequence of primes. In the sequence of primes. The statement says that there is arbitrarily large gap in the sequence of primes. This means in between any two primes, as in the previous theorem we have seen that the number of primes decreases as we are going forward, that is we are going from 1000, 10,000 and upwards. Then we clearly see that there are less number of primes. This gives us there are too many composite numbers in between two primes. So this theorem says that there is arbitrarily large gap in the sequence of primes. This means that there is large number of composite numbers in between any two primes. So we are going to prove this proof. In the proof, we are going to show that there are suppose k integers in between any two primes. Then we can say that there is large number of composite numbers in between two primes. Let k greater than 1 be any integer. K greater than 1 be any integer. K be any integer greater than 1, and we are going to consider the sequence of conjugative integers and consider the continuous sequence of conjugative integers of conjugative integers. The sequence is k plus 1 factorial plus 2, comma k plus 1 factorial plus 3, comma k plus 1 factorial plus 4, comma up to k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1. These are conjugative integers since k plus 1 factorial is an integer. So after that k plus 1 factorial plus 2, again k plus 1 factorial plus 3, so 2, then 3, then 4 up to k plus 1. So adding the conjugative integers, that is k plus 1 factorial plus 2, k plus 1 factorial plus 3 plus up to k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1 is the sequence of k conjugative integers. 2, 3 up to k plus 1 is the sequence of k conjugative integers, and we are going to show that there is no prime in between these integers, that is the prime is less than this k plus 1 factorial and another next prime is greater than k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1. So we can say that these are all composite integers, that is there is no prime in between these k plus 1 integers. So we can clearly say that there are k composite integers in between any two primes. Hence we can say that there is arbitrarily large gap in the sequence of primes. That is we are going to show that these all integers, that is k plus 1 factorial plus 2, k plus 1 factorial plus 3 up to k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1, these all integers are composite integers. If we prove this all are composite, then we can say that there are k integers. These are all k integers from 2, 3 up to k plus 1. These 1, 2 up to k, they are k integers. Then we can say that there are k integers in between these two primes. That is, if these are not primes, then prime must be less than this number and greater than this number. So we can say that there are k integers in between two primes. So we can say that there is a large gap in between any two primes. So we are going to show that these all integers, that is k plus 1 factorial plus 2, k plus 1 factorial plus 3 up to k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1, all are composite integers. That is, we have to show that these all integers are divisible by some another integer. So we are going to show that. So we are going to show that these are composite integers. Since is k plus 1 factorial, we know that the number k plus 1 factorial, the k plus 1 factorial, we write it as k plus 1 factorial is equals to 1 into 2 into 3 up to k plus 1. The multiplication of all first k plus 1 integer, that is from 1 to up to k plus 1, is k plus 1 factorial. So we can clearly see that this 2 divides k plus 1. Since we can use the definition of divisibility as 2 into some k prime is 1 into 3 into up to k plus 1. So 2 divides this k plus 1 factorial. So clearly we can say that this 2 divides k plus 1 factorial. So again this 2 divides k plus 1 factorial, then we can say that k plus 1 factorial plus 2. So this 2 into some integer implies k plus 1 factorial is an even number. So adding 2 in this even number, we can clearly say that this number is again an even number, and our 2 is going to divide this k plus 1 factorial plus 2. Since 2 divides k plus 1 factorial and we are adding another integer 2 in this number, so our 2 is going to divide this number. So clearly we can say that 2 is factor of this number, implies this number is composite number. Since k plus 1 factorial has factor 2, we can say that this k plus 1 factorial has factor 2, since our k is greater than 1. So k must be greater than or equals to 2. If k is equals to 2, then 2 plus 1, that is 3 factorial, and 3 factorial is 2 into 3. So 2 divides k plus 1 factorial. Our k is greater than 1 and we are taking this k as large number, since we have to show that there is a large gap in between number of primes. So k plus 1 factorial has factor 2. This gives us k plus 1 factorial plus 2 is divisible by 2. Since k plus 1 has factor 2 implies k plus 1 factorial plus 2 has again factor 2. This gives us k plus 1 factorial plus 2 is composite number. This gives us k plus 1 factorial plus 2 is composite number. It's composite number. Now again this k plus 1 factorial has factor 3. Since we have seen that this, we can see that k plus 1 factorial is equals to 1 2 into up to k plus 1. So 3 again going to divide k plus 1 factorial, since we can write this number as 3 into k prime, and k prime is equals to 1 into 2 into 4 into up to this. So our 3 is going to divide k plus 1 factorial. From this we can say that 3 divides k plus 1 factorial plus 3. Since we are adding 3 and multiple of 3, any multiple of 3 can divide the multiple of 3. So this gives us k plus 1 factorial plus 2 is composite number. Again since k plus 1 factorial has factor 3, this gives us k plus 1 factorial plus 3 is divisible by 3. This gives k plus 1 factorial plus 3 is composite number. Similarly, we can prove that this k plus 1 factorial plus 4 is composite, k plus 1 factorial plus 5 is composite, again k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1 is again composite. Similarly, we can show that k plus 1 factorial plus 4, k plus 1 factorial plus 4, k plus 1 factorial plus 5 up to k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1 plus k plus 1 is are the composite numbers, are the composite numbers, are the composite numbers. This gives there are k continuous composite numbers, since k plus 2, k plus 3, k plus 4, k plus 1 factorial plus 2, k plus 1 factorial plus 3, k plus 1 factorial plus 4, k plus factorial plus 5 up to k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1 are k continuous composite numbers. This gives us there are k composite integers in between two primes. Hence there is, we can say that there is a large gap of k integers in between two primes. Hence this, in the sequence of primes there is arbitrarily large gap. Thus this gives us, thus there are k continuous composite numbers, there are k continuous composite integers. Hence there is a large gap of at least k integers. So hence there is a large gap, there is a large gap of at least k integers in between two pairs of prime numbers. At least k integers, at least k integers in between two primes, in between two primes. Suppose the prime are p and q, in between two primes p and q, where this p is less than k plus 1 factorial plus 2 and q is greater than k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1, is less than k plus 1 factorial plus 2 and q is greater than k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1. Hence the theorem, hence the proof, hence the proof. Statement of the theorem says that there is arbitrarily large gap in the sequence of primes. That is, we have to show that in between any two prime there are large number of composite numbers. That is, there are, we have proved that here there are k composite integers. To prove these k composite integers, we have constructed the k integers as k plus 1 factorial plus 2, k plus 1 factorial plus 3 up to k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1, and we have proved these all are composite numbers. That is, we can say that there is no prime in between these k integers. So our prime must be less than this k plus 1 factorial plus 2, and another prime, greater prime is must be greater than k plus 1 factorial plus k plus 1. We have proved this by, since our k plus 1 factorial has factor 2, since we know that the n factorial is the multiplication of first n natural numbers, that is 1 2 up to n. So this multiplication of k plus 1 integers is 1 into 2 into 3 into up to k plus 1. So from that multiplication we can say that 2 divides k plus 1 factorial, therefore our 2 must divide k plus 1 factorial plus 2. Similarly, we can say that 3 divides k plus 1 factorial, so again our 3 going to divide k plus 1 factorial plus 3. Similarly, we can show that all these k numbers, all these k integers are composite integers, therefore we can say that there is a large gap of at least k integers in between two primes, hence the proof. Now next example is, now take one more example. The product of, prove that, example is, prove that the product of, prove that the product of two or more integers, two or more integers, two or more integers of the form, two or more integers of the form k plus 1, sorry, of the form 4k plus 1 is again of the same form, is of the same form, is of the same form. We have to prove that the product of two or more integers of the form k 4k plus 1, the integers of the form 4k plus 1, the product of two or more integers of the form 4k plus 1 is again of the form 4k plus 1. To prove that, prove this, let's suppose the integers, suppose the integer, first integer, suppose k is, let the first integer, suppose m is equals to 4k1 plus 1, and another integer n is equals to 4k2 plus 1. This k1 and m and n are integers. Now to prove that the product of two or more integers of the form k 4k plus 1, we have taken m and n two integers of the form 4k plus 1, where k1 k2 are again integers. Now to prove that their product is again of the form 4k plus 1, now multiplying these two, we get the product of those two integers as, therefore multiplying m and n, we get, therefore m into n is equals to 4 k1 plus 1 into 4 k2 plus 1. So multiplying this, we get 16 into k1 k2 plus 4k1 plus 4k1 plus this 4k2 plus 1 into 1 is 1. So taking 4 common from first three steps, we get 4 into this 4k1 into k2 plus k1 plus k2 plus 1, which is again of the form 4k prime plus 1, where k prime is equals to, where k prime is equals to this 4 k1 k2 plus k1 plus k2. So this multiplication is again of the form 4k plus 1, hence the solution. This gives us thus the product of two or more integers of the form, two or more integers of the form 4k plus 1 is again of the same form, is again of the same form, is again of the same form.